Welcome to CC Rock. I am Metal Matt, and we are at the show of the year. That is right, CC Rock show of the year, that is. We are at the Shoreline Amphitheatre, where tonight is going to be Halford, Maiden, and Queensryche all in the same bill. Now, we already talked to Queensryche twice in the last year, so we're not going to be talking to them, but we will have an interview with Rob Halford's band and members of Iron Maiden. So sit back and enjoy this ultimate edition of CC Rock.
Well, we finally made it! Lost on the seas of life, sailing on the sea of uncertainty, where we met this gentleman off the new album, song called The Ghost of the Navigator. Let me see your hands, San Jose! Yeah! Everywhere! Get your hands in the air on this cold and dark, stormy and snowy night! Not. Hey! Scream for me, San Jose! I can hear you! Scream for me, San Jose! Getting slightly better!
Welcome back to CC Rock, and like I said, this is a very special time. We have Dave Murray and Adrian Smith, two of the very older members of Iron Maiden. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing great, thanks. Yeah, excellent.
I hate to say older members, but you guys are. I mean, we're all, I don't know, older is the word for it, but, when I was like back in high school, one of the first times I saw you guys, the Number of the Beast tour with the Scorpions back in the Open Coliseum, it was a great show. I mean, that was in the very earlier days, I guess you could say, of, that was your first time with Maiden, wasn't it?
What year was that?
Number of the Beast!
Yeah, no, that was actually my second tour, I think.
That was your second tour, so you were actually on the Killers tour. Oh yeah, well Killers is one of my favorite albums, I'll tell you. That album is probably, like I said, I love a lot of all of Bruce's stuff, but Killers was my first album to listen to of Maiden. Maybe that's why it's still my favorite. Why did, and this is really going back, and I know I never really got the straight answer from anybody, why did Paul Di'Anno ever get kicked out or left the band? And what is the deal on that?
I guess you still won't get a straight answer. No, I mean, he'd done a couple of albums, a couple of tours, and in fact, the tour in the schedule, we were touring like 11 months of the year. And it was wearing him down. I think it was physically, it was getting harder for him. So it's like a mutual agreement, really. There, no, bad feelings. We wished him all the best, and it's still continuous. He's still playing now.
Well, he just planned a tour of the States, and he got a little run of the law of some sort. I don't know exactly the story on it, but he was supposed to play, Oregon and California, and then all of a sudden dispute with the law, and he's back in England still. So, like I said, I guess it's better to have Bruce because he's here and he has no problems with the law.
So far, no.
So far. Well, Bruce came on in the band. I mean, you guys, in a sense, this is a reunion per se. I don't know if you want to call it reunion's the word for it, but, Brave New World, a great new album. The first album with Bruce, you guys produced it together. How was the production? How was the chemistry when you guys get back together after this long time?
Well, actually, we went to Portugal for a few months, and basically we had our own little, apartments, and then we'll just meet every day, and then all the ideas started to flow in for the material for the new album. So everyone was kind of pitching in various odds and ends and bits and pieces. So we were actually really collectively living together. Normally we'd be, we'd record in England, so that everyone would go home and meet up. So we actually, we'd see each other down the pub in the evening.
We've been living together for the past almost 2 years.
Yeah.
It's been going well.
Absolutely.
Well, we're still friends.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see the fact that you can get back together. I mean, everybody, all the fans, of course, Blaze was cool. I mean, he had his time and he did some stuff there, but you can't compete with Bruce. I'm sorry.
Well, I know they're big shoes to fill. I mean, and also, you know, Bruce. I mean, coming in, you know, the lyrics and the passion, enthusiasm, and I think, you know, a lot of people identify Maiden because he was in the band for a long period of time. You know, the same with Adrian. So, I mean, I think it's, you know, getting, you know, the band back together in this format. You know, you got the best. It's like fielding your best, you know, baseball team or whatever, best soccer team.
All stars.
Fielding the best band, and creatively, everyone's just going, and it shows. I think from
Well, you got 5 songwriters in the band now. So you got a lot of ideas.
Nico doesn't write.
He does a bit, but not for Maiden really. And so you got 5 songwriters. You are going to get some friction. Not everyone can get their ideas on, but I think that's what makes a good band. You got to have that competition. Like you said, it's like a soccer team. If everyone is sure of their place, it's you get complacent, and you can't get complacent. So now there's like an edge to the band again.
But you know, I got to talk about this 3-guitar attack. I mean, what do you guys do? Rochambeau to decide who's going to do the solo or what?
because there's the 3 amigos.
Yeah.
There's only 2 of us at the moment, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty, you know, we get on really well. There was no real friction as far as that goes. There's you know, everyone, you know, can throw in their little ideas. So hence in the songs you find little guitar melodies that are weaving in and out the songs, and most of the songs there's a few solos or whatever. So everyone gets a chance to actually to express themselves. There's nobody's frustrating this band, you know. And I think, yeah, we never, as far as solos things.
I think coming into this with 3 guitar players, I think if we tried to outdo each other, and it wouldn't work. I think when we went into it, we knew it was going to be a team effort. We knew there was no, there wasn't any previous ground rules because no one's really done it. So, you know, it could have gone horribly wrong. But like Dave says, I think as people we get on really well, and we try and work as a team, you know. And we all got different guitar styles anyway. You know?
Well, it's been beautiful chemistry. I mean, I remember one of my favorite shows I ever saw was Peace of Mind tour with you guys, Saxon, which is actually one of my top 5 bands also, along with you guys, and Fastaway. And it was amazing that album was one of the most complex albums, I must say. It seems like, at least at the stage when I was listening to you back then, and of course I was just a high school kid, you know.
Thanks.
But Amazing Lights, you've always had creative, theatrical ideas, very, very vivid. I think it's a great part of your show. Exactly who does all this, and why the big push on the theatrical side?
I think we've always that from day one, actually. Even when we were playing pubs, we used to have like a little kabuki mask behind the drummer at the end of the show. Dry ice would come out and fake blood. And then the singer way back then used to have like a saber that used to draw across his mouth and blood, you know. So there's used to like fake blood. So there was always a little bit of that behind anyway. So we just kind of developed the whole thing. And as each tour got bigger, so did the production. And I think someone like Somewhere in Time was like massive. Power Slave. You know, this, you know, the Brave New World tour, this is a pretty mega production we're bringing out at the moment.
Can't wait to see it.
We've always tried to do that. I think so. So you come and see a show visually, you've got this, and then you've got the music. So it's stimulating all the senses. You know, you can actually watch it or listen. And there's always, I mean, we've got pyros, we've got lights that are moving around, we've got eddies coming out. You know, we've got wicker women, we've got virgins, we've got everything.
Well, virgins, those are hard to find, aren't they?
Technically, they're not virgins. We had a problem when we came to the United States finding virgins, but you got to have a show, you know. You got to, especially if you're playing in larger places, you got to come over larger than life. You got to give people a show.
Watch the stand and stare. See the blood begin to flow as it pours upon the floor. I have made a count before. I have made a count be short. Wherever you are, I'm gonna get you, no matter how far. See the blood watching it sit out of my head. Watch you burn dead. to come into my room. Wanna show you all my wares. Wanna see your blood. Watch you just stand and stare. Blood begins to flow as it pours upon the floor. I am made of counting for. I am made of counting son. Oh, wherever you are, gonna get you, no matter how far. You don't know what's in this shit. I'm not lying. Was you for dead? Birmingham and AC. I want you, and I want you, and you, and you. I am Maiden's gonna get. Oh, yeah. Thank you, and good night from Iron Maiden, from Eddie, and from the boys.
Went to a stage with Blaze Bayley, which was kind of a little smaller theatrical type of setup. I mean, he was drawing all right, but let's face it, you know, Bruce is back. Things are going full speed. I heard this big Rock in Rio. You guys are going to be the headliner, Rock in Rio. 250,000 people hopefully will be out there. What is it like, I mean, playing in front of that many people? I mean, this is like, you know what, probably almost 20,000 people here tonight, but 250,000.
It can be overwhelming. I mean, I remember when we played Rock in Rio in the 80s, Queen were on the bill, Whitesnake, ourselves, and yeah, and it was, Nick and I actually climbed up the lighting truss, up this ladder, to try and get, you know, that real, see this sea of people out there, but you still couldn't see at the back. Wow. So it's kind of, you know, it's overwhelming. Once you get out there, that energy coming towards the stage, you feed off of that, and it's a great high, you know. So the reaction down in South America is wonderful anyway, but that amount of people, it's incredible, you know. So we're going to
the thongs.
We're gonna the thongs for days. Well, actually, we're gonna document this. Yeah, just before the Rio Carnival is going to be happening. So, but we're going to document. We're probably going to do a DVD of this. We're probably going to record this. And to keep this, and we'll probably release it next year, you know. So that's the plan anyway. So you want to capture this, you know.
Well, final part here. I mean, you're playing with Rob Halford. Rob Halford's he's the metal god. I mean, he's up there, but let's face it, Rob was the first guy who came out. He did all the stuff in the very beginning. How is it touring with Rob? Do you guys hang out a little bit and talk, or what is it like?
Oh yeah, I mean, in fact, the friendship between the three bands is great. In fact, I mean, going back to we played golf with Queens a few days ago, and backstage we're always chatting. We go in the hotel, you know, in the bar, having a few drinks together.
Still party like you used to?
No, like we used to, but we still like to have a few beers. Yeah.
Lots of women, lots of beer.
We get on really well together, and there's like, you know, lots of, you know, we have a lot of fun together, you know. Yeah, I think there's a mutual respect between the three bands, you know, where we all respect each other. And
well, I can't wait to see you on stage. I know that, you know, there's been 2 tours in a row that have some problems with, you know, Blaze's throat, and of course you slipped in LA, which you really hurt my feelings. You're gonna make it up tonight, right?
My finger actually hurt more than your feelings. I guarantee that.
Have a great time on stage tonight. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I know, just put little man's fault. It's his fault. Oh no, it's his fault.
Let's go.